Hi everyone, it's Urmi and Sanjay from Jet Setting with Us.
Just outside of St. George, Utah, lie three underrated gems that are every bit as beautiful as Bryce Canyon and Zion National Parks, but which never get any attention. In this video, we're going to explore those state parks. Snow Canyon, Sand Hollow, and Quail Creek State Parks are just within a 20-minute drive of St. George, Utah, and show some of the wild variety that you'll see in southwestern Utah. Lava fields, red sand dunes, and crystal clear turquoise waters.
Before we get started, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and share the content with your friends. It really helps us grow our channel and keeps us motivated to keep creating content just for you. With that said, let's dive in.
St. George sits in Utah's southwest corner, about 2 hours from Las Vegas and just an hour from Zion National Park. It's the perfect base for exploring the state's quieter parks. All three of these spots are within a half hour of downtown St. George. Snow Canyon lies just northwest, tucked between lava flows and red sandstone cliffs. Sand Hollow and Quail Creek sit to the northeast, both centered around bright blue reservoirs surrounded by red desert.
If you're flying in, Las Vegas is the closest major airport. From there, the 2-hour drive feels relatively short thanks to the beautiful scenery. In an upcoming vlog, we will go more into our visit to Valley of Fire State Park just outside of Las Vegas. But just want to note here that it's definitely worth a stop either on the way to or from St. George.
Just 15 minutes from St. George, Snow Canyon State Park feels like a miniature Zion, but without the crazy crowds. The scenic drive takes you past towering red cliffs, black lava flows, and smooth petrified dunes that look like waves frozen in stone. And you don't need to hike far to appreciate this park. The only trail we hiked was Jenny's Canyon, a quick half-mile walk that leads right into a small slot canyon. It's short, shaded, and an easy highlight for anyone exploring the park. Each overlook feels completely different. One moment you're standing on glowing orange rock, and the next you're surrounded by white sandstone streaked with volcanic black. Snow Canyon's variety is what makes it so special. It's one of those places that felt almost unbelievable, and most people driving to Zion don't even know it's here.
Next up, Sand Hollow State Park. Just 20 minutes from St. George, it's like a completely different world. Bright blue water surrounded by red desert. You can drive right up to the edge of the reservoir for incredible views, or just walk a few steps from the car to dip your feet in the water. This is where locals come to relax. Swimming, paddleboarding, kayaking, even ATV rides in the dunes nearby. You could spend the entire afternoon here doing as much or as little as you want. The park's namesake dunes stretch for miles, glowing deep red in the evening light. Even if you don't rent an ATV, it's worth a quick stop just to see how the sand meets the water. Sand Hollow felt like Utah's desert beach. Scenic, laid back, and completely unexpected after a day in the canyons.
Our last stop was at Quail Creek State Park, just a few minutes drive away from Sand Hollow. It was at the end of the day, so we didn't want to pay the entrance fee just to go in for a little bit. But the views we got from outside the entrance area were absolutely incredible. It's quieter and smaller than Sand Hollow, the perfect place to relax and end your day. Most people come here to boat, fish, or paddleboard. It's a favorite local spot for water sports when the weather's hot. The reservoir is deep and stays warm well into fall. Even if you're not here for that, it's worth stopping just for the scenery. The lake is framed by desert hills and red cliffs, and you can get beautiful shots right from the roadside without ever entering the park. Quail Creek was our quietest stop, the perfect contrast to everything else we'd seen on this trip.
Before you plan your trip, here are our pro tips to make the most of your visit to these state parks. Tip number 1. Midday heat is super intense. Timing truly does matter when you're trying to visit these parks. We recommend going either early in the morning or later in the afternoon when temperatures will be cooler and the lighting will be a little softer.
Tip number 2. Many of the trails in these state parks will close during summer months due to extreme heat. We heard a couple sad stories about tourists who went hiking during the summer months and didn't even make it more than an hour, and these were expert hikers in many cases too. If the trails are closed, be sure to follow the instructions and not go hiking during this time. Better yet, plan in advance so if there are specific hikes you want to do, you make sure those trails are open and in season.
Tip number 3. We found there was ample opportunity to go hiking in Snow Canyon State Park. But for Sand Hollow State Park and Quail Creek State Park, we found those a little bit more geared towards water-based activities and ATVing. Depending on what your interests are, we highly recommend keeping this in mind so that you can choose the parks that best fit what you're looking to do on your vacation.
So here's our overall opinion for these state parks. If you're already in the area, definitely take some time out to check out one or even all three of these parks. Now, if you're interested more in hiking and photography, Snow Canyon is definitely the way to go. If you're more interested in water sports or active things like that, you might be more interested in checking out Sand Hollow or Quail Creek State Parks. For us, as hiking enthusiasts, we obviously like Snow Canyon the most. The other thing is, I wouldn't take a dedicated trip out to St. George just for these state parks. This is more like if you're already in the area seeing Zion or Bryce, definitely take that day out to go check out the state parks. Or if you're a local, I would definitely recommend finding a time on a long weekend to go try these out. These parks may not have the same fame as Utah's national parks, especially Zion and Bryce, but that's exactly why I'm so happy we decided to go see these.
If you enjoyed our video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and share this content with your friends. And if you are planning a trip out to St. George, Utah, be sure to check out our vlog on Bryce Canyon and Zion National Parks. We share our favorite trails and give you our pro tips to make the most out of your adventure there. That's it for today. We look forward to seeing you on our next adventure. Bye for now!